Fear. Shaking in your shoes, palms sweaty, rooted to the spot, too scared to run. Does that sound familiar? It's three of the symptoms of fear. Now you all think, right, I've got to overcome my fear to speak in public. But everybody, even professional speakers, get scared, nervous before they speak in public.
Right, storytelling. I am a storyteller. I do stories. Some of you should know the answer to this question. What is a story? Break a story down into its basic form. What is a story?
Beginning, middle and an end.
Yeah, I want it different to that.
A narrative which conveys the message.
Oh, excellent. Cool. I told you she was going to be trouble. Anything else?
A journey.
A journey? Okay, yeah.
Something based on fiction rather than fact.
Okay. Normally when I ask that question, people say it's a collection of words. If you break it down to its purest form, a collection of words, well done. A collection of words told in an entertaining way. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
True, very true. Actually, it's all wrong anyway, because it's not just a collection of words. A collection of words isn't entertaining. A story is a collection of emotions. When you write a story, when you tell a story, you have to use emotion. When you write a story, you create a whole world that you are a part of. And when you tell the story, you relay the emotions of that world. Sights, smells, touches, feelings, everything. That is what a story is.
If you were to download a film, say The Godfather, it's 3 hours long, it's about 1 gig of data if you download it. So you can imagine 5 billion gigabytes. That's a lot of copies of The Godfather. But that was for the whole year, 2003, 5 billion gigabytes. In 2017, every 10 minutes, 5 billion gigabytes of video data is being produced. So video and video marketing and presenting what you do, your business on video, it's just the norm. And from a social media standpoint, if you're on Facebook, which now 1/4 of the world's population are on Facebook, Facebook prioritized video in the news feed. And you will probably have noticed at some point that taking place. So the opportunities are there, and certainly within traditional media and TV, the opportunities are there, and if you get them, you should definitely take them.
When you put a speech together, right, your story side is going to be built into this, and Pete will cover the story, but you're going to capture your audience with an opening. And in the opening, you are going to tell them what you're going to tell them in the speech.
But you are going to be part of the story. All stories are told from one point of view. Fairy tale is told from one point of view. Normally the hero or the heroine, that's the point of view that the story is told from. But there's always more than one point of view. And you can change the story around. You can alter the story to suit your benefits, to suit your needs. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to take a story and you're going to change it.
It is simple. You've just got to practice it.
A lot of people don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Because you're aware you have to do it, you have to think about it. Whereas normally it should come naturally to know where your right and left is. But actually, when you start thinking about it, it could probably confuse you.
I want to run through some things of how to prepare yourself. So for whatever type of video it is, but if you're actually going to be talking to the camera or talking to an interviewer, how to present yourself. And the key thing is the preparation, and it's being clear about the objectives. So if you're having a promotional video, what are the objectives? What's the message of the video? If you're ever interviewed on TV or radio, be clear on your objectives. What do you want to say? So you don't just follow the lead of a journalist, but you've got your own objectives and key messages that you want to communicate. Those key messages have to pass 3 tests. The first test is the so what test. There's so much people can watch. Why should they bother watching you? Why should they bother listening?
So first of all, the fear of the unknown.
So what do you think should be done then to change, maybe encourage more people to go to church?
I think something that the church is starting to do already is that it is inserting itself into everyday life again. So very much in Victorian times, when the church was providing schooling and welfare, general welfare, it was seen as relevant. People would go along. They had an investment in that church.
Right. We have the fear of looking stupid.
So how do you feel about being on TV or being filmed?
I don't mind being filmed, but I don't like watching myself back.
I thought you were going to say that.
The fear of forgetting.
Go on, Simon, you had something?
Yeah, they were threatened by this wolf. He was going to blow their house down.
I tell you what, you have brought something in that I was going to bring in later, because you have your main story. There is nothing wrong with bringing other stories into it, especially when it's another story that people know.
And the fourth fear, what's the fourth fear?
The audience doesn't like you.
Right. So we're doing all these presentation skills.
Imagine that you're going to do a 60-second presentation or even a 5-minute presentation or whatever, and this is your story. The whole point is, if you were doing any sort of presentation, the first thing you have to do is be remembered.